I started my journey as an entrepreneur at the age of 17 years old. In my early 20s, I had employees on payroll. I quickly realized that my journey was going to be hard, that it was going to be difficult. And I quickly found that I wanted to make sure that my money was working without me. I read a book that was called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I realized that real estate investing was exactly what I was looking for. At the age of 22, I purchased my first investment property. I purchased a duplex, and I've talked about it on this channel, and it went so well. For the next 10 years of my life, I became absolutely obsessed with the real estate game, and I was hooked. I'm now in my early 30s, I'm a millionaire, and I make over $1 million a year, and it's completely changed my life. This journey was not easy. There was a lot of mistakes that I made. And I want to create this video because I want to share with you the 5 things that I really wish I would have known when I started that journey and that first little bit of that journey. I promise if you follow the instruction and implement these 5 things I wish I would have known, it's going to make a massive difference in your journey, and it's going to make you a ton more money and much faster than I even made. So please stick with me. Also, make sure you subscribe if you're serious about becoming successful as a real estate investor, and hit that bell icon so you do not miss out on a single video that can put $1 million or more in your pocket. I made a lot of expensive mistakes along the way, and I really felt lost at times. I even questioned if I had what it took to be successful. One of the most frustrating mistakes that I had made is I put a phone number on my postcards that go out to sellers to see if they want to sell. And I was receiving phone calls that would be transferred into my phone, but I forgot to set up the texting. So if they texted the number, I never received the lead. On the phone number platform, I was able to go online and pull those leads, but 6 or 7 months had passed, and many of the leads that would have made me tens of thousands of dollars had already sold to someone else, and I lost out on tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was a very painful and very frustrating mistake that I made, and I made many similar mistakes like this. And what I want to know from you in your journey, what mistakes have you made so far? Put them in the comments below. And I hope that you have some, because if you don't, that means you're not trying. So put your comments below of the mistakes that you've made. If you have never crashed on a bicycle, you probably have no idea how to ride a bike. If you have never lost money investing into anything, you probably have no idea how to invest your money. Mistakes and painful learning experiences are part of the journey, and you will never avoid that 100%. You most definitely do not have to make every mistake there is to make. You can and should learn from the mistakes of others as much as you possibly can. So here goes the 5 things that I wished I would have known so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I made. I wish that I would have taken a more proactive way at learning from others in the beginning. I told myself all the time that I was stupid, and so it required that I would just hustle. I didn't think that I could retain or learn. I really struggled in the traditional education system. What I wished I would have realized is how important it was to identify exactly what I was trying to accomplish, find someone that could give me the action steps and help me get there. And they had a proven track record of helping other people do the same, and then did whatever it took to have that person be my mentor. That's what I would have done differently, instead of just hustling really hard and making all the mistakes myself for the first handful of years. The second thing that I wished I would have realized and understood in the beginning is if you really want to be successful in this business, you need to be in charge of finding your own discounted opportunities. If you want to be successful, your business is finding deeply discounted opportunities. When I first started, I was trying to get other people to find deals for me, like real estate agents or other wholesalers from places like the MLS or multiple listing services, and it was really a struggle. Finding deals was a major barrier. And then I read a book called Multifamily Millions. In that book, it talks about the importance of finding discounted opportunities. It says real estate investing is marketing, and our product is real estate. And if you don't get that between your 2 ears, you will not be in business for long. Basically what that means is if you're not good, if you don't have a process, a proven system and process to consistently find discounted opportunities, whether you're doing developing, whether you're doing multifamily, whether you're doing single family, whatever your niche within real estate is, you have to get good at finding opportunities. or you won't be in business. That is the first step. I was able to find something and implement something that completely changed my life. Now what I use is what's called driving for dollars. It's all you need is a smartphone and a car to be able to market to distressed homeowners that want to sell for speed and convenience. This strategy alone is how I'm finding 80% of my deals. This strategy makes me over $1 million a year. I'll leave a link right here as well as in the show notes. It's the 7 reasons why driving for dollars is the fastest way to make an absolute fortune in real estate investing. It's a free resource. I want to give it to you. It'll really outline why that is the marketing strategy that I use. I wish that I would have understood the importance of not selling my rental properties when they cash flowed, meaning the tenants paid for all of the expenses and more, and there was leftover money that would pay me profits every month. I've sold a handful of properties because they had gone up so much in value. I saw all of those profits to be made if I would have just sold them, and I did, and it was a huge mistake. At the time, the idea of all of that cash and the opportunities to reinvest it and to snowball it, I thought that made sense, but ultimately it really hurt me. What I would have done is kept them, continue to receive that cash flow, continue to watch the values go up over time, continue to write off the depreciation, basically the tax benefits of those properties, and I would have held every single property. I promise you I will never sell another rental again, and if I do, I will roll it into a bigger and better investment property tax-free. I will not sell them for the cash. If you want to hear the last 2 gold nuggets, make sure you hit that like button really quick and let's dive in. I wish that I would have understood that real estate wholesaling was the opportunity that I was looking for when I first started. It was how I could get into real estate investing with not a lot of money. It was an opportunity to have the best discounted opportunities available to cherry pick the best and sell the rest. It was truly the gateway for me to go from a broke window cleaner to getting started. I tried flipping houses. I tried house hacking and using the burst strategy, and I did deals and I did make money. But it wasn't until I started wholesaling that my business completely blew up and my life completely changed. What wholesaling is, if you don't know, is where you find deeply discounted opportunities and you pass it to another investor for a finder's fee. It's the easiest way to explain it. And I thought that was dumb because I wanted to get into real estate to invest. I wanted my money to grow. I wanted passive income, and I wanted the value of the houses to go up over time and the tax benefits. But all of the barriers that I had to buy more rental properties was solved by getting into real estate wholesaling. And the last thing that I want to share with you guys is I wish that I would have started teaching what I was learning from day one in my journey. Stephen Covey, in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he shares a strategy to retain more information when you're reading books. He talks about if you will read the book with the idea of teaching someone the concepts that you learn and then go teach it, you will retain way more information. As soon as I started teaching people how to find financial success, soon as I brought on students and soon as I started helping those students, the more I learned because they asked questions I had never thought about. And on top of that, they taught me things that they were doing to find success. And since I was adding value to their lives, they were adding value to mine. And my success exploded because I was connected with a community of like-minded, intelligence, and success-driven people. And it is by far the number one thing that has propelled me forward more than any other thing that I have happened upon that was never an intention. So my suggestion, you don't necessarily have to start a YouTube channel or create content or even be a coach or a mentor. I'm not telling you that. What I suggest that you do is you find a group of friends, you join a mastermind group, you go to the Real Estate Investors Association, Google REIA group near me, and network with some people. Find someone that's in the journey as well as you and share what you've learned with them. Get their phone number and start working and helping other people and have them help you back, right? It is an amazing thing. I really suggest that you have that be one of the things that you implement. In summary, these are the 5 things that I wish I would have known. The importance of having a mentor, a guide that understands where I was trying to go and how to get there and the action steps to do it. Understanding that the first thing I needed to figure out was how to find deeply discounted deals because truly that is the business. Third is once I found and was able to purchase a cash flowing rental property is to never sell and only sell to trade it up for a better investment. Fourth Real estate wholesaling is by far the best way to get started. You can cherry pick the best deals and sell the rest. Real estate wholesaling was the door that I needed to walk through to have the success that I was looking for. Fifth, the importance of teaching as I was learning. There's a great book called The Go-Giver, and it talks about the importance of teaching and always trying to serve and help others. I wish I would have understood that concept from day one and practiced that concept, and I'm sure glad I stumbled upon it. Thank you so much for being with me on this video. If you guys have any interest in hiring me as your coach to give you a step-by-step guide to do real estate wholesaling, implementing my Driving for Dollars marketing system so you can consistently find deeply discounted properties, so you can make big fat paychecks, so you can cherry pick rentals, I would love to help you. What you get is my personal cell phone. You get my direct help, my one-on-one help to help you with deals that you have, and then also to have my course that gives you the step-by-step action steps that need to be implemented to find success and cash those big paychecks. If you guys have any interest, go to dfdmastery.com/start now. It's right here. It's also in the show notes. So go ahead and book a call with us. We'll talk to you about the program, what it entails, how it works. Love to get on the phone and talk to you about it. Also, if you guys are enjoying my YouTube channel, I guarantee you'll love my podcast. You can go to anywhere you find your podcast and search Driving for Dollars Mastery. Check out my podcast. Got a ton of great content there as well. And it's actually very unique content from my YouTube channel. I create completely different and separate content for both of these platforms. So go check that out if you're enjoying my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.